Welcome to week number 5 of Turn Up, Bear Down. This week I am solo, and we will get Mac Jansen back next week for our Thursday night special. So, this week, the matchup is the Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings in NFC North battle, and it'll be taking place at Minnesota this week. So, it'll be a tough game for the Bears. They actually have really struggled against the Vikings as of late. I don't think they've won there in a few years, probably since the end of the 2020 season. So I guess just a couple games ago. And it'll be interesting just to see how Justin Fields handles the pressure, back-to-back road games, and let's get into some of the impact players. And so, obviously, Justin Fields is going to be one of the key impact players here today. Can he get some things going? After reviewing some film last week, he didn't play as bad as I originally thought that he had played, but definitely needs some improvement as far as when the pressure's on. And can he move out of the pocket and make some things happen with his legs? Raquan Smith is going to be a key factor today as he looks to slow down Dalvin Cook in the Vikings running game. Because if they can get Dalvin Cook going as well as Justin Jefferson in the passing game, it'll be really hard for the Bears to stop the Vikings' offensive attack. And David Montgomery, will he play today? Khalil Herbert's been doing fine with Montgomery not in the game. Last week he didn't have as productive of a game as he did against the Houston Texans. But ideally we need David Montgomery back because he's just such an important factor, not just in the run game, but also blocking in the pass game. And so these three guys will definitely determine if the Bears have success or not today. Outside of that, it would be really nice if Jalen Johnson could be back. He's been suffering from a hamstring injury lately, but when it comes to slowing down Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, and a Vikings offensive attack, he would be one we definitely want to have out there on the field. Kirk Cousins for the Vikings has had some success against the Bears as of late. The first couple games that he played against the Bears, he struggled in mightily, but last year he didn't do anything too flashy in the games. He just did enough, did what he needed to do to get the job done. So what will that look like for him today? Obviously, Justin Jefferson, one of the best receivers in the NFL. He's a guy to keep your eye on as he usually has pretty good success against the Bears in his few games that he's played against the Bears so far in his young career. And then Patrick Peterson's always a guy to keep your eyes on defense. He'll look to lock down Darnell Mooney and any other Bears wide receiver that starts to get going. And that really does not bode well for the Bears' offensive attack as far as who to throw to when you have someone like Patrick Peterson that can lock down almost any receiver. So the path to victory for both teams. For the Bears, can they control the clock? Can they get that running game going? Because that has been the one thing that's been very successful for them so far this year, and it will also allow the defense to get a rest and do what it needs to do when it's on the field. Because even though last week they had a couple bad plays, for the most part they shut down the Giants when they needed to, other than obviously Saquon Barkley breaking a few big runs. Can the offensive line give Fields time? If they can give him some time, then he can make the plays. Looking at some stats, he actually was very successful when he had time in the pocket. I think it was like 10 to 14 for 158 yards or something like that last week. And then when he was pressured and didn't have time, it was not good. And then lastly, can they stop Justin Jefferson? Because he really is the key to the Vikings passing game. And if he's going, then it opens up Thielen and everybody else, and it's just a nightmare for a defense. So the Bears look to do those three things in their path to victory. For the Vikings, it's easy. If you can get to Fields, you can stop this offense. And an offense that greatly struggles, dead last in scoring, very low in passing, dead last in passing as well. In fact, last week they threw up a graphic on Fox where it didn't even say the number, it just said last in passing, last in offense. So if the Vikings can get to Fields, it's going to really slow down them and limit them to being a run-only team against the Bears. Can the Vikings expose weaknesses? So for this one, I'm just explaining that both on the offensive side of the ball as well as the defensive side of the ball, can the Vikings expose that offensive line of the Bears? Can they slow down these receivers that really have been not productive at all? And then on defense, can the Vikings, or on offense, can the Vikings um, get it to Jefferson? Can they get Dalvin Cook running, break off a couple big runs? Because really, the Bears' defensive line and the run game has not been good on defense. And then lastly, again, just feeding Cook, getting that running back going. The Packers did it and had a lot of rushing yards. That was an easy win. The Giants, Saquon almost had 150 on the ground, and those two were the Bears' two losses on the year. So again, if Dalvin Cook gets going, then this game is going to be very hard for the Bears on defense. Specific predictions. So these are the predictions. I'll give you the over under. Mooney 100 yards. I'm going to say he's going to be under 100 yards today. I think that the Vikings are just going to do too much to slow down this passing game. Justin Jefferson, 2 touchdowns. I'm going to say under. I think he has 1. And then I think maybe Dalvin Cook gets a few other, and the Vikings spread it around a little bit. The Vikings, 5 sacks today. I'm going to say under. I'll say they'll get 4. And then the Bears, 150 rushing yards today. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say they're going to get like over 150 just because that has been such a big factor of their offense. Even in the Packers game when they lost 24-10, they still, or 27-10, they rushed for over 150 yards. So I think that'll definitely happen today. I'm going to say Eddie Jackson does not get an interception today. He has been a ball hawk though again this year. 3 interceptions in 4 games, so he's having a good year, and we like to see that. All right, let's look at the prediction for today. We're going Vikings 27, Bears 21. The Bears only scored 20 points one time this year. They scored 23 against the Texans. Last year, they didn't even score a touchdown. So, looking for a little more offensive production, but I feel like the Vikings are the better team, as frustrating as that is to say. But we'll look for the Bears to have a little bit more production on the offense today, even though they lack some of the things they need. And then they'll be back again on Thursday night playing the Commanders for the first time ever as the Commanders. And so that'll do it here for us at Turn Up Bear Down today. Bears fans, don't forget to tune into the game and turn up the volume and bear down. Have a good day.